Hi everybody, I'm James Harris, this is David Parnes, and this is Rise Above the Ranks, the sister publication to readtheblueprint.com. And each week we're going to be releasing a new segment on Rise Above the Ranks that's only going to help you better your job. And today's topic of conversation is a very, very important one, which is how to do and run a successful open house.
Dude, this is literally
a good one.
But it's so powerful.
It really is.
You can build a business from open houses alone. I maintain that.
Yep.
It is a beautiful thing. And by the way, I'll even expand that to say that put yourself out there. If you don't have listings, put yourself out there.
It's free.
As able to sit open houses for teams, because I promise you there will be vacancies if you ask.
Yep.
You're right there. You're sitting in your farm area, in a house. You have buyers coming in. You have sellers coming in. Every single one is a potential client. People could talk about, like, you know, when you see the open house sheets, oh, looky-loo, looky-loo. No one's a looky-loo. Mm-hmm. If it's a neighbor, they're not a looky-loo. They are someone that is checking out the market, and they may well sell in the future. Get their details, follow up with them, stay in contact.
Agreed. I think if I were to say the two single-handed most important things that a new agent can do coming into this business would be door knocking and sitting open houses.
100%.
We did it every single week. Those are, in my opinion, other than social media, the only two forms of marketing yourself that cost you no money and cost you time. And if you're going to give up 3 hours of your time on a Sunday away from your friends, your family, or your children,
make it worthwhile.
You better make sure you're going into that open house as a wealth of knowledge, information, excitement, energy, because like you just said, every single person that comes through that front door is gold. It's a lead, whether it's right now, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 10 years from now. If you treat every single person as an important person, you never know what that could come back to and how it could serve your purpose or business later on in life.
100%. And you're going to put open house signs out.
Yep.
They're going to have your name on them. They're going to have your brand on them.
Free advertising.
People in the area, they're going to be drive past your name in that area. It's the whole thing. It's almost too good to be true.
So, to that end, every Monday morning or Sunday evening, you should be posting to your network of agents at your brokerage, "Hi, I'm available for an open house this Sunday. Hey, I'm available this Saturday." I don't care if you're a new agent, be at that open house Saturday, Sunday. But let's just get into how to run the successful open house. Now you've got the open house, how do you make it the most successful open house?
Firstly, you want to put out as many signs as possible. Put them in your trunk. I don't give a damn how you get them there. Put them out. There's your free marketing. The more open house signs you have around the neighborhood, the more people are going to see your name, see your brand, and the directions to the open house.
Agreed. So pick a farm area, I think, each week so that people consistently see your name. Point number 2. Point number 3.
Be on your A game. Dress to impress. Don't show up in sweatpants because it's a Sunday and you think that's okay. It's not a Sunday. It's a work day. As far as that goes, for those 3 hours, if you want to wear sweatpants before and after, no problem. During that open house, you dress to impress. You are available at all times. You're not sitting down. I'll be honest with you, I've walked into open houses myself before, and I've seen the realtor sitting down, just looking at their phone, looking up, saying hi. Why would I want to work with that person? Be up. Hello, how are you? How can I help you? Find out about them. Go straight into discovery. Don't tell them about the house. Ask them where they live. Find out about them so that you can coordinate how you're going to follow up with them and really what they're really looking for.
Agreed, 100%. And I will add to that, and there's so many other points. Make sure that you have an iPad. Make sure you have a good software CRM that can download those people information so that you have it, so that you know exactly who you're following up with Monday morning. Follow up in this business, not just at open houses. Anything, follow up is key. Making sure you stay front and center with these people. Get their name, get their number. If you do it on an iPad, it's legible. If you have it on a paper piece of white paper, a lot of this is illegible. You can't read. So make sure you have an iPad with a good software. The next thing.
Make sure everyone signs in. Some people will be like, oh, no, don't worry. Just say, look, we'd really appreciate it if you could leave your details. Encourage them to sign in.
Yep.
Because if they don't sign in, you haven't got their details and you've lost a lead, basically.
Agreed. Now, I think...
Don't force them to, but there's ways to say it. Would really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And I think in open house scenarios, the most important thing is the knowledge and information you have going into that open house. So let's use West Hollywood as let's say an example for the sake of this conversation. If you're going to sit an open house in West Hollywood, the things you want to know, obviously, all about the house that you're sitting. All the highlights, all the specs, when it was built, when it last traded, if it's a new house, what was spent, all the detail that you can think of, you need to know. But more important than that, the surrounding neighborhood, the comps, what's traded, what's coming up, what's off market, understanding who the neighbors are, door knocking the neighbors before the open house to let them know about the open house so that you get FaceTime with the people that live in that area. But when somebody comes in to that open house, and let's say they don't want to buy that house, you better know about the 5 other pockets that are off market in that neighborhood that you can show them. Give them a reason to want to leave their number, to want to engage with you Monday morning. Give them just enough information that they want to hear from you the following day. The information you have at your fingertips at that open house is so key, so powerful. If you go into it with no knowledge, no information, you will get caught off guard, and those people won't want to work with you.
And not just that, look, the reality is you can prepare as well as you can prepare.
Yep.
But if you can't answer a question, don't bullshit it.
Yep.
Just say, I'll get back to you.
Yep.
And they'll respect you more as a result of that.
Great advice. We always say winners find a way, losers make excuses. Don't be the loser that doesn't have the information, that doesn't know the facts. Don't waste 3 hours of your time to just make a colleague in your office think you're hot shit. Actually spend that time well, because that 3 hours that cost you $0 could turn into hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then again, follow up. How important is follow up?
Well, if you don't follow up, you've basically wasted all of your leads and probably 95% of your time in that open house, unless you got lucky and sold the house. But the reality is, follow up is everything. And the more open houses you sit, the bigger your database, your pipeline of clients will become.
Yep.
So it compounds. That's the beauty of this business. It's like you sit one open house, okay, maybe I've got 10 people to follow up with over the next week, but then I might only reach 5 of them, or 4 of them may be ready in 2 months to hear back from me. But in the meantime, I'm sitting another open house, and now I've got another list of people. Before you know it, you're going to have hundreds, if not thousands of potential people in your database that you are going to be massaging and keeping contact with. And that ties back into the CRM situation as well. But I maintain one thing, and I'll say it to the camera. You can build your entire business from just sitting open houses. I'm not saying you should, but I'm saying how powerful that really is.
And you can hear the excitement in our voice, because we did opens every single Sunday for 7-8 years. And it really is single-handedly the most important thing you can do. So let's summarize, let's say the top 5. Tons of signs.
Prepare. Know your market.
Indeed.
Comps.
Indeed.
Know the house that you're sitting in.
Yep.
Dress to impress.
Yep.
I don't know why I put it myself there. But
and make sure that when somebody walks into that house, you're standing, you're excited, you're ready, and let them know that, because success breeds success. People want to hang around well put together, excited people. Energy is contagious. So sleep well Saturday night. Have a good meal before you show up on Sunday so that you're well fed and hydrated, and go to town for that 3 hours.
And listen.
Listen.
Everyone that comes in, listen. They're telling you what they want.
I love it. And that brings us to the end of it. And if you didn't gain something from that,
we did.
You're probably in the wrong industry. That's for sure. All right. As we do at the end of every episode, let's move to questions. We got 2 good ones here. Always a funny one too. Question 1 from Chris. Who has better style?
Well, Chris, that's something that perhaps Chris should have made his own judgment on.
Fine. I'm going to go with me.
No shit.
And I would assume Dave will go with him. We're both pretty plain.
I'm pretty useless, actually, to be honest with you.
We're both pretty plain and straightforward with what we wear.
I have to ask my wife.
We need to step outside of the box a little more, actually.
I just spent a fortune at that tailor that you took me to.
But it's all pretty, it's beautiful stuff.
But it is. It's very staple. So because I'm almost dyslexic when it comes to outfits and putting them together, which is why I asked my wife what goes with what.
Yep.
I play it safe.
Yep.
Lots of whites, lots of neutral colors. I can't take chances. I can't take risks because when I have, it doesn't look good.
Hope that answers your question,
At least
Chris.
I thought it did, but
Hope
it just
that
doesn't.
answers your question. Question number 2 from Nicole. How long does it take to break into the California market? It's a great question.
Yeah, but honestly, that's just a decision.
Exactly. How long's a piece of string, Nicole? You can't,
Well, not even that. It's like, how long do you want it to take? Are you prepared to roll up your sleeves and work hard, or are you going to wing it and part-time it? I mean, it depends. The harder you work and the more you give it, the shorter the time.
Yep.
James, me and you, I remember when we first did it, we transitioned into it.
Yep.
It probably took us about 4 months, which is absolutely absurd if you think about it. It should have taken a year and a half, but there were 2 of us, and we just made our decision. We wanted it so bad that we just did everything we could, and 4 months later, we're closing deals, and we never looked back.
And I think just to wrap up this segment, it's how bad do you want it is the key, because if you want it bad enough, you're willing to go to any length to get it. I believe anybody can be successful in what they want to do. If you're going to go at 50 or 60 or 70 or even 80% of your ability, I don't believe you've got the want or need to become successful in any business. You have to want it so bad, sleep, breathe, live it, in order to have the enthusiasm to get it, in order to actually get it.
You can't be half pregnant.
That's the bloody good point.
In our case, you could also be pregnant with twins.
Yes, indeed. Okay, everybody, that brings us to the end of this segment talking about open houses. Thank you so much for listening. Each week we do take questions, so please feel free to email hello@readtheblueprint.com, and we will be back with you very soon.